Alright. Quickly, before we start, the only change for patch 55 is that window placement is remembered now. So if you move over here, and also the size of the windows is remembered. So if you go here and close and then open back up, it will remember all those positions and sizes. And it should also remember this too. So if we put this in the middle, it should stay in the middle. Alright, so I'm gonna put this on the left side, this on the right, make this a square. So today we're studying Benjamin Björklund, one of my favorites. Let's see how far we get with this. We can start with a white canvas. So the things that really attract me to Benjamin's stuff is that, number one, he's really solid with drawing and design. So just the shapes are just aesthetically pleasing always, and kind of precise. Even though it looks really loose, I still feel real sharp precision to everything. But then the other crazy thing is he's so willing to let go of so much information and let it just disappear or blend out or whatever. And it's kind of like just showing off, he can do both. He can do the really precise drawing, and he can really let go and be super loose and juicy with his strokes, which is something I really admire. This is kind of like my favorite type of style, I think, is people that can do both. They can jump back and forth, and there's just a lot of variety, and that's what makes it fun. Yeah, I've never been too into the ultra hyper detail type of work. When I see that stuff, I kind of it makes my head hurt, because I imagine like all the labor and intense concentration that goes into it, and I just feel the pain of the artist going through that. But then this stuff, it feels so like easy breezy, which I really like. Although I'm sure it's not easy. I think this is way more design than usual, because all the stuff here is it's based on reality, but a lot of it is just made up shapes, and it's pretty cool. I like how he's using this black paint to just frame everything. I wonder if he goes for the black first and then the inner skin tones, or if he goes the other way first. Like skin first and then just start chopping away at it. I'll just try this way for now, see how it goes. Start off with the silhouette. Okay. He goes center out. Oh, okay. So you've seen videos of him, his process. I need to look up and see if I can find any videos of him painting, because I really love how the results that he gets. I also really like that he seems to use these gigantic brushes, like the biggest possible brush to get these shapes. Like this ear almost looks like it was just one giant brush, or like this shape here, very obvious, super chunky strokes. Do you mind sharing where you saw the process at Black Plump? I'd love to check it out. Or was it like a live demo somewhere? Yeah, exactly. Broad strokes, literally. IFCC 2015. Oh man, jealous. I wish I could have been there. Live in Sweden. Wow. Are you from Sweden too? Do you remember what event event it was that you saw him at? I'm glad we have a lot of Benjamin fans in here. Like, even just these shapes here are so cool. This side of the face, this white random abstract block. This is just such a cool design by itself. Just graphically. And I feel like not many painters can do this kind of a thing. Because it's like mixing painting with graphic design, sort of. let's see. So it's some kind of a grayish thing over there. Although mine is, I like his better. Some sort of reddish, orangish, but even bigger stroke. So I'm going to zoom out so I can get a giant stroke there for the forehead. That's not right. It's more yellowy. Studio act in Stockholm. Okay. Well, yeah, I need to look up this stuff. I'm gonna try to unerase here a little bit. I really like this curve here, this S curve around the cheek is just really clean. Okay, unerase. How did I find it? I just searched his name. It was one of the first ones on Google. I feel like he does. I haven't seen a video of him working, but I feel like he's very efficient with the order that he's putting down strokes. Like, it looks like he just puts it down and doesn't mess with it that much afterwards. That's how it feels. Because they're so clean. Like, they don't look too disturbed. Like, it's just a continuous single stroke. You can even see the bristles and stuff. Which is something I need to work on. I definitely spend too much time fiddling with things, and I think it's mainly because I'm really just figuring stuff out. I don't really have this kind of a mastery over these shapes yet. Probably gonna have to do like thousands of more paintings to get to this kind of a stage where you just put it down once and it's done. But that's what it feels like, you know? It feels like somebody who kind of knows what to put where, and it's done real quick. But I'm hoping by doing this study, and maybe I just need to do more studies with more artists and try to figure out how they, I guess, how they do it. But I've actually kind of forgot what it's like to paint on a white canvas, because by default we don't have the white canvas on heavy paint, and I just never use the white canvas. So this feels so weird now, but also I can see how he's not just painting on a white canvas, he's using the white canvas as a tool almost. He's not wasting it. He's like, it's giving a lot of impact, that white. And by waste I mean like painting over the white canvas, which is the whitest white you can get, painting over that with a white paint, which is just going to be darker than the white canvas. He uses watercolor thinking with oils. Yeah, that makes sense. Because with watercolor you can only mess with it a little bit afterwards. Like, you can't keep touching it over and over and over again like you can with oils. So he has like that discipline from watercolor. But then, oils is just really nice, luxurious kind of a medium. Oh, also added a couple more stats, guys, to do with color. So, and also if you hit tab now, you'll see the stats pop up. So now we have colors chosen per stroke. Now this is a interesting stat because it's not just giving you every single unique color in the painting. Which we can have, like that. I'm probably going to add that later, but I don't think that's as useful of a stat as colors chosen, because unique colors can be generated by just turning up your color jitter and going like that. Now you have a bunch of unique colors, right? These are all unique colors per stroke. But what this colors chosen stat does is it only counts as a new color if you yourself have manually picked a new color like this. And it also does not count eyedropper as a chosen color, because that's just reusing a color that's on the canvas already. So I think this will be a really useful stat, colors chosen per stroke, to determine, how often are you actually picking colors? Because that's I think that's like sort of the key stat to look at when we're trying to improve our color sense. But yeah, if you guys have any stats that you would want to see, or things that you would want to, check on your own paintings, let me know. I'll try to add it in. I'm still also trying to figure out, like in the future, possibly some sort of a leaderboard type thing where maybe you could see other artists and see like how their paintings are doing and like what kind of stats they have on their paintings. Just as a tool to really break down like precisely how somebody's working. Maybe maybe a bit more useful than what brush do you use. You could start asking people, how many colors do you choose per stroke? Exactly, speedrunning painting app. We could have, or yeah, like a professional esports scene for painting. What would that even look like? We would have commentators. I guess a judging system. I don't know. I don't know if that would actually make any. It would be funny though, I guess. Yeah, painting is so subjective. I don't know if there's any way to actually make it competitive. Like I can't imagine having to judge a painting competition or something like that. Like how are you supposed to? I guess you could judge if you were looking for specific things, like if if you were saying to judge based on colors chosen per stroke, maybe, but I mean, does that alone make a good painting? No. So not sure. I think I made this too narrow, maybe? His head looks more round. Well, I can test out this other new feature, which is duplicate. I only made this because we were doing so many portraits, and every single time I do a portrait I always end up like screwing up the proportions. So now we've got duplicate, so we can do stuff like this. Just shift it over a little bit. There we go. And then I'll probably duplicate this face too. I think it's too narrow. Just click on the layer, duplicate, move it over a little bit. Then I'll erase the left side of this one. Alright, that looks a little more like it. Erase the right side here. From what I remember, he does watercolor sketch first, then uses thinned out oil so the transparency can be similar. Oh wow. Huh. So maybe like some of this super watery stuff down here is watercolor, and then maybe this is oil here. But it does kind of look very watery, yeah. Interesting. Is anybody here following along on this one? I'm already liking how this feels, even though we just started. Oh, he sketches on another paper. Interesting. So I like how simple the eye area is. He's not going into all the little lips and rim parts of the eye. I don't even the little secondary shapes on the eyes. It's nice and easy. Yeah, I think you're right, Black Pump. Maybe all these even this stroke here on the cheek, and then this other stroke here on the cheek, and then the ear, like all this stuff across the middle, he's like sticking it around. But man, there's so many variations at the same time. It's pretty awesome. Maybe I can choose a different brush that might kind of fit a little bit better. No, not that one. Stretch. I'll put the stretch to 0. Maybe that fit. This doesn't exactly fit either, but try it. This looks like this over here, the dry parts. Let me try it. Okay, and then this one goes up and down. That's cool. Back here. Kind of a dry brush type thing. It's not exactly right, but I think it has a cool texture. This. Hello, Max. I kind of want to zoom in on certain parts eventually, so I'm going to put this into pure ref to look at these edges in particular. Man, how the hell does he do that? Like, the edge gets a little bit redder, and then it goes gray, and it gets a little darker. The edge is really cool. Like, the edge is doing lots of dancing around and changing. Yeah. It's gonna be tricky, but I need to get rid of this. Like, my edge is just very stiff. Make it a little more lively. Eventually, though, I think I'm not at that part yet. Save it for later. Alright, let's see if I add in other features. I want to make sure I'm in the ballpark of where I need to be. Shadow's pretty green over here. Yeah, Mark, Android is going to be happening right after iOS. We're close on iOS, I think. Just gotta keep testing and one step at a time. But yeah, in the meantime, you can use it on desktop. It's all there for desktop. Desktop is probably always going to be the most up to date because mobile platforms have their own issues. They're generally more complicated to get done than desktop. So in general, the desktop will be first, always. But you know, maybe I could start putting Android on beta at least. I would say though, if you know, maybe we can start beta. Mark, you could be the first. You could be the first Android beta person. If you want to do it though, you should save all your just save all your paintings somewhere. Save them onto your computer or something, because there's always a chance for the painting to be lost on mobile if you uninstall or whatever. So yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we can do it, Mark. Are you part of the Discord group already? I'll try to do it later. I'm trying to remember if there's anything urgent that I needed to do for the Android one before we put it up. Alright, well, if you want to do the beta, go on to the Discord link. I think it's in the description. And I'm probably going to post it in the announcements channel at some point. But just for sure, just save your painting somewhere onto your computer before we do anything else, just so we have a backup of all your stuff. Yeah, I have to make sure that everything is actually even ready for that, but I think maybe we can start beta soon. I'll post it there in the announcement channel if anything happens. Merch? Oh man, I would love to do like a hat maybe, or like a jacket would be fun. T-shirt, yeah, t-shirt would be cool too. Guess it'd be pretty simple to do, just a black and white logo. Oh man, you guys are so supportive. Thank you. Yeah, I'll look into that stuff. Yeah, I have my Warrior Painter's hat from like years ago, and I still really love that hat. It's fun to just wear it when you go painting. So yeah, something like that. I think the eyes are kind of tilted here, which I'm not getting properly. And try to redo that. The left eye. Okay, let me make a duplicate of this chisel because I like this for like a dry brush, but it's not really good for my regular brush. I need to find like a workhorse type brush. Order t-shirt button? Oh my god. I think it would be cool to have little kits, like cardboard kit for the sunshade that Mike J invented. A little miniature sun umbrella for your phone while you're painting outside. That would be pretty cool. It looks like I made him look like a boy instead of a man. Oh god, I made it worse. Can you guys hear that? I feel like I need to increase the max brush size. Because this is not enough right here. Maybe like double that. I have no idea what that was. I think that's the grandkids. I got the drawing pretty wrong here. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, thank you guys. I hope it wasn't too loud. It's a jump scare. Gotta keep you awake, right? Somehow. Hey Azusa, thank you. Oh yeah, it's just allergies. I'm just allergic person. Finally finished my vaccination, so we went to Little Tokyo last weekend, and it was strange to see people out and about. I kind of forgot what people look like, even like just people watching. I miss it. It was nice. so glad that we won't be in unprecedented times anymore. We'll just be in precedented times. That's a better way to put it. Maybe. I can't wait to be in precedented times again. That's. Oh man. I'm so glad I'm not. I feel sorry for the people that work in journalism and then you have to talk about the same thing every day for years. They must be really happy too. They don't have to talk about it anymore. Oh, nice. Yeah. I got my shot at Manchester City Football Stadium driven by my boss in a red Ferrari. Damn. That's pretty cool. Did you get the Modena shot? Get it? Moderna. I got mine at a CVS, driven in a Honda Civic. Man, he likes to put the really rich dark right there in the corner. Same here. Super nice. And then it gets redder over there. So let me try to match that up. Get redder in the corner. You passed out? Oh, why'd you pass out? Maybe the vaccine works different. The UK vaccine is different. I don't think ours is supposed to make you pass out. Although they make you wait for 15 minutes to make sure you're not having a blood clot or something like that. Weird. Hmm. Yeah, I think this white is definitely the canvas, because it's, yeah, it's too perfect otherwise. And in case anyone here doesn't know, this is Benjamin Björklund's painting here that we're studying. And he's one of my favorites. Plus, he's still alive, and he's really young too. Oh my god, my face looks so weird compared to what it should. What am I doing wrong? There's some major issues with the drawing here. This guy kind of looks like George W. Doesn't he? He looks like he's even got the George W. mouth. Is that him? What do you guys think? W. The name's W. You know, apparently George W. is a painter now. Let me see if I can pull up some George W. paintings. Oh, come on. What? Why won't it let me move this freaking... How do you move Pure Ref? What? Okay. I can't get out of Pure Ref for some reason. Thanks, Pure Ref. I am pressing the right button. I can't even click on anything on Pure Ref. This is a bug. Wow, really? Oh my god. Okay. Wow, what the fuck? That was a mistake. Yeah, see? There he is. He discovers his inner Rembrandt. Well, I don't know about that, but it's cool that he's painting. Oh man, he did Putin. Wow, it's amazing. Who's this? All right. Yeah, that's cool that he's painting. Good stuff. You know, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it, right? No, I genuinely do think it's nice that he's painting. Or like, I think it's nice when, you know, famous people or whoever people, when they get all burnt out with life and they have their mental breakdown or whatever, and then they turn to art as like their escape. It's kind of cool. Did I accidentally delete something here? I feel like I did. Oh, that's what I did. Yeah, Jim Carrey specifically is who I was thinking of. Like, yeah, it's like people want to start over and they have their midlife crisis or whatever, or three-quarter life crisis, I guess. Then they start painting. It's just the thing. But then you feel kind of validated, like, oh yeah, maybe painting is a good thing to do in the first place. If all these people are going there when they, I don't know, when everything else becomes too much, I guess. When they just want to be alone for a little bit, go paint. Yeah, I really love all these little white spots poking out. It makes it feel very airy and lively, I guess. Whoa, oops. Oh, this is kind of funny. It looks pretty goofy. Should I keep it goofy? Yeah. All I know is that I would not want to have that job. Being president or anything with that level of responsibility would be just a nightmare, I imagine. And I feel that way even with things like, you know, being the director of a movie or show or something like that. You know, I worked on a lot of things where I see the directors and all the shit they have to deal with, and it does not look very fun. I'll be honest. I think the fun part is probably just being the artist and, you know, doing the actual work, but then, you know, all the extra stuff that goes on around it is really stressful, it seems like. I mean, you have to have a certain, at least some amount of respect for people that take these kind of positions, because they're the only ones crazy enough to actually want to do it, you know, and then, like, no regular person would ever want to even be there, right? Or, oh, maybe not. Maybe, I remember when we were when we were kids in school, like in elementary school, when they ask you what you want to be when you grow up, I guess a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to be the president," or "I want to be an astronaut," or "I want to be a dinosaur." But I don't think people like really want to do that down the line, right? Do they? Oh, well, okay. He's a special case then, I guess. I was watching a video on, it was like the presidential White House chef, and he was talking about, he worked for Bush and Obama, and he was just going through the recipe of like making this 7-layer chocolate cake, which was Bush's favorite cake, and then he was saying that there's other staff in the White House that have been there longer than any of the politicians, like the janitors or the bookkeepers, or like the calligraphists, which I didn't even know they had that department, but there's like a whole section in the White House just for doing calligraphy for menus and for I don't know what it's like for all the stationery stuff that they have to send out letters and whatever. And so when the other heads of state come in from other countries, they have to have a nice big dinner for everybody, really fancy, and then all the calligraphists have to hand write every single menu, including the visiting country's insignia, coat of arms or whatever. So which is usually not, they're usually pretty complicated designs, and with lions and all kinds of animals and patterns and checkers and everything. And so they have to do all those designs directly onto the menu, and write out all the menu perfectly. And if you make one mistake, and it's all full color too, I guess, and if you make one mistake, you have to start over. And they can't imagine. It's crazy. I have a bunch of people just down in the basement somewhere making menus for everybody. I guess that's a cool job. Pretty unique job, at least. But yeah, the chef, he at the end of the video, he tasted the cake, and he was like, it's all right. Because he said that he saw a video with Julia Child and another chef, and the chef at the end of the video, the chef was like, oh yeah, this soup is delicious. And Julia Child was like, if you do say so yourself. Which I think is pretty great. Because chefs love to do that. They love to taste their own food and say how delicious it is. I wish artists could do that. Like, do a painting, look at it, and be like, that's magnificent. The problem is that everyone else can also see your painting, and they can judge it for themselves, so they don't need you to judge it. But it's pretty weird that you like judge your own food that you just made. I think I can tell, though. I can tell when people are lying about their food, because like they'll say that it's delicious, but their face does not say delicious. You can kind of look at somebody's face when they taste something and tell if it's delicious or not, right? Or I guess the best is if they taste it and they just completely shut up. They're just completely silent and they're tasting it and they are actually speechless. Or if they just break down and start crying or something, then you know it's good. But you know, sometimes when they do the recipe, they go to the end. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's wonderful, guys. You should really try it out sometime. Don't forget to like and subscribe." And you just know that it's probably dry. It's all, yeah. Or they might like throw their head back, close their eyes, single tear comes down. What else do they have? But yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen a chef taste his own food and be like, it's okay. Presidential chef. But he did seem to have a pretty good impression of George W. He said when he first went to go interview for the job and meet the president, they went into the Oval Office and he was like scared because the chef is like, he's like from New York, he's liberal, blah blah blah, and sort of the opposite political spectrum from Bush. So he was scared to go in and meet him. But they did, super formal, at the Oval Office, and he goes up and shakes his hand and he's like, "It's an honor to meet you, sir." And then George Bush is like, "The honor's mine." And then I guess from then on they were cool. But the chef was saying that it's cool that they would hire, staff that was not conservative, like they were just having different kind of people around. I mean, I guess it's the chef. The chef isn't really gonna do any political stuff, but it's kind of interesting to see it from the chef's point of view. He's the peak of government cooking, whatever that is. I also like to watch those military ration videos. You guys watch those? These people buy rations from different countries' militaries and review them. And then there's like some guys that will buy super old rations too from World War II, like 100-year-old chocolate, and taste it. It's all like white. It has like this white film, powdery, like mold growing all over it. But the guy just breaks it and he's like, "Oh, the inside's still good. Just scrape off all this mold and we can try it." And he eats it. And he also eats all the he eats like the canned meats and stuff from back then. He's like, "Yeah, so this expired in 19 45. But it's an airtight seal, so we should be good. And then he just starts eating it. It's pretty crazy. Hello, Shafin. But who has the best rations? I think the Japanese rations look good? The Italian rations look good. Like they had some nice coffee and nice pasta or something. The Korean ration looked decent. Apparently, I think I remember the Chinese ration was kind of falling short. Oh yeah, and then the crackers are always like ancient crackers. I don't know what I'm talking about. I need to just finish this painting. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Just casually eat 70-year-old stuff every week. Yeah, how do these people stay alive? It's amazing. Trying to sneak up on this highlight here without waking it up. Oh, you're right. The nose is pretty neglected here. I think it's more towards the right. I really like how all these little lines are meeting up. Like do 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 do. There's a line that goes here, and all these little subtle values are all meeting up on that line. I really love that. Yeah, black is a good color. I think a lot of painters are afraid of black. Because actually, I mean, that's what my painting teacher told me, is to just don't use black. But it's a very rich color. I think that's a good way to learn though, without using black, because if you use too much black, it can also just make all your shadows not have color. Man, this shadow shape is really cool though. Yeah, there's just an infinite amount of detail in all these colors and stuff that I don't think I can even get with digital. It's crazy. Well, my face definitely looks different from his face, but I think aside from the face though, I really enjoyed just the mark making here is really cool. So even if I didn't get the likeness, I learned a lot from just the marks. So I'm happy with this one. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe I am hard on myself, but yeah, I don't consider this to be a good likeness actually. I think I mean, I can't even tell what's off, but it definitely it doesn't feel like the same person. Maybe his cousin, possibly. I think maybe the head shape, if this was a little bit more rounder. The shapes are not right. Maybe the eye area too. It's like this section here is really soft. So this hard edge is really, let me get something like, maybe we can do one of these. Maybe like that. Let me see if there's any other edges I can find that are really softened up like that. This is more white. Hey John, how are you doing? Your mouth is a bit shifted to the right. Yeah, I think so. It's pretty he's like doing a goofy face over here. Maybe if I just get the right side and blur it out. Let me see. Or shift it a little bit to the left possibly. Let me see. How's the model kits thing going, John? Maybe like that. Blur that out. And thanks, Mark. Okay, blur that. Maybe blur here. First one is big, like 1/18th scale. How many inches are these? (16 to 17 inches). Jeez. That's crazy. Is it resin? Or injection? Probably resin, right? By the way, if you guys are here, you might as well look at John's new project. It's pretty cool. Do you guys have Sprewmeister.com up yet? Let me see. Sprewmeister.com. Oh, it's on. Let's see. Let's see what they got so far. Wait, private site. Well, it will look something like this, right? Which actually, probably, the box art is one of the most exciting things about this project because, I mean, that's where the whole thing started from, right? It's just doing the box art. And then every time John posts one of these box art pieces, all the comments on Instagram are like, "Where's the model kit? Where's the model kit? Give us the model kit." And it's been years now, so I guess you're finally giving in to the peer pressure, right? Oh man, are you gonna have a motor in there too? It would be cool to do an RC one, like an RC resin kit. Although, actually, no, that's a really bad idea because it would just shatter. And yeah, we do need to sketch. I'm fully vaccinated as of like last week. So, what's your status like? It's crazy that you guys basically have enough designs here for years and years and years of work. So you don't even have to like do any new designs anymore. It's already done. Fully okay. All right. Well, yeah. Maybe we can gather up some people and go draw somewhere someday. Let's do it. Oh yeah, you know we have to meet up with Kirk too. So because Kirk was the expert on all the resin stuff, so you guys can talk about all the technical details of casting, I guess. How many parts do you plan to have on the first one? Still working out the details. Yeah, man. Casting is such a pain. Are you guys gonna do all of the production stuff yourself, or are you going getting somebody else to do it? Because honestly, if me and Kirk were to do it again, I mean, Kirk would probably want to do it all himself, but I think definitely it's worth it. It would have been worth it for us to like give that part to somebody else, the production, because that was so crazy. That was an insane amount of work. Although it might be better for you guys because at least you have like a more solid body shape usually. So I imagine you'd probably have a lower parts count than what we had with the bike, because that was like all basically 90% of that thing is negative space and just air, and everything is like skeleton parts and shell parts, and it was just. And that's like the worst. That's the least efficient thing to cast. But yeah, all in-house. There's a known company in Shenzhen that may take things to mass market injection. Oh, okay. Nice. Hey, J-Ron. Yeah, I think like we just didn't realize what we were getting into with that, and by the time we did, it was too late to back out. But it was like way too many parts on that thing. But yeah, like bigger chunks, that'll definitely be a lot more pleasant to work with. Hello, Mike J. And injection would be so sweet. Just have a piece that just spits out and then it's all done. Don't have to clean it or anything. Okay, bye Mark. See ya. All right. Yeah, I think this thing is pretty much I think it's pretty much done. Let's see. Yeah, the nose is a bit strange. I wonder if I could maybe shift it over with the copy. Let me save this one real quick. And I'll bring it back in as a new layer. Okay, new layer, import. Alright, so we got a copy of the image here. And I'll just erase the whole thing. And then unerase just the nose. Just got a mini umbrella. What? Where do you bought it from somewhere? Where you get a mini umbrella from? And how do you attach it to the phone? I wanna see this. eBay from China. Can you post a link to it in the Discord? $4, damn. That's amazing. And then did you have to like come up with a way to attach it to the phone? I did not know that this was an actual thing that you can buy. That's awesome. Oh, actually, John could probably use those too for the what do you call it, for the starting line when they have umbrellas. I don't know. It has a spring. Wow. What a day we live in. We have reached the peak of civilization. Web report. Alright. I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining in again. I had a lot of fun on this painting. I always do with Benjamin studies. But hope you have a good rest of your day. See you next time. And look forward to seeing that little umbrella thing, Mike J. Alright, see y'all.